Hey, good morning, everyone. Happy Saturday. I was able to pop in here and do this morning, even though we're about to leave again. A lot of traveling this summer. I'm hoping it settles down soon, because it's getting to be a little bit complicated and I'm tired. But I celebrate my 30th anniversary tomorrow with my husband, which is super exciting. It's a long time to be together. Actually, we've been together for 34 years. 30 years married for dating, which means we got married when I was 7. Just kidding, didn't. But anyway, it's been kind of a rough week, and I ended up having to go to the doctor for what turned out to be gastritis, which I've never experienced in my life. And it was, he thinks, because I was taking ibuprofen for cramps, which I didn't. I've never experienced that. I've never experienced a problem with ibuprofen. It's always like kind of, doesn't make my stomach happy, but I take it with food. And it's never done what it did last week. And I think part of the problem was I haven't taken ibuprofen in ages, and I attribute a lot of that to my diet and just lifestyle. I don't need it. I don't need it. But I had some pretty painful cramps show up, and period cramps, and I just needed to take it. And so I took it a couple times last week, and it was so painful in my stomach. I've just never experienced that type of stomach pain before. And anyway, some dizziness and nausea and whatnot. And so I ended up having to go to the doctor just to make sure nothing was wrong beyond, something like that. So anyway, it was a little bit of a setback, but I still managed to keep up with almost everything. Well, really, I did keep up with everything. I just had to push everything back a day. And so, I mean, it's just one of those things you can't see coming, and you have to figure out how to navigate it. And I did, and I'm back, but I did have to do a workout this morning, which is fine. It's not that big of a deal. It's kind of the nice part about having only 4 workouts, main workouts during the week. I have 2 cardio sessions too, but is that I can kind of move those around just as I need to, and it helps with traveling too. But anyway, it's been interesting. I'm still posing like a clown. I'll put some posing videos up. I know I'm gonna look back at these and think I look like a total goofball, but that's the point. I want people to see me looking like a total goofball, because that's how you learn. And I certainly had no idea what posing was at all before I started dipping my toes into bodybuilding, and now I'm learning that is like one of the most complicated parts. You could put in all the work at the gym, and that has its own, that comes with its own challenges. But once you kind of get those down and your body gets used to them, and you get a routine down and you know what to do, it comes together and it's not so complicated. But posing, I'm sure, is going to be the same way after I put all the time in to figure out what works best and how to do it. But right now it's just like, and it's subjective, it's kind of subjective. So the outcomes, I just don't know what they're going to be. I don't know. But anyway, and then I randomly ended up dropping some weight this week, which is kind of a bummer, because I was up 10 pounds from last July, which I was excited about because that was 10 pounds in a year. And now I'm back down. So I'm only 8 pounds more than I was. It doesn't seem like that big of a deal, but it is when you're like I'm just eating and eating and eating and lifting, and I'm like slowly putting on weight, which is fine, but annoying sometimes when you drop some. It's not what you want to see on the scale, which is funny because that's not what we're taught, right? We want to see weight drop, but no, you don't want to see it in this format. But anyway, I was listening to an interesting podcast, which I do often, and I really like the concept, and I wanted to share it because I think that I hear from people that I know that they just don't think that they're as motivated as others that they see that are, going out and getting things done. And honestly, so much of it has to do with the gym and working out. And I think that the motivation part is a really funny thing. And I don't know the science behind it necessarily, but I don't rely on motivation. Um, I do know that I tell myself, it's not even really a conversation I have. It's just kind of how I'm built, that I know that I want tomorrow's me to be happy with what I did today. And I don't want to push it off. I don't want to be like, well, tomorrow's Shelly will deal with it. I don't like that because I want tomorrow's Shelly to be happy. And I want to look forward to being tomorrow's Shelly. And so I know for me, if I don't get something done the day that it needs to be done, or whatever it is, doesn't matter, but that I'm bummed that I made that decision for me tomorrow. And so I don't struggle too much with doing the things. I will procrastinate like the rest of everyone, on things that are just like, I don't see the value in them. But yeah, I don't struggle to get things done. But what's I think is interesting is, this discussion that I was listening to is about motivation and how you can't really rely on that. It's a feeling, do you feel like you want to ABC? And in this instance, it's, like go to the gym or work out, or feel like you want to adhere to, a stricter diet or, specific macros or whatever. But it's not, you can't really just do that. Because there's times when you're not going to feel like it. There's a lot of things I don't feel like doing, but I do them because I know what the outcome is and I know what the outcome I want. I also know that results, for example, going to the gym, maybe I don't feel like going to the gym. However, I've created that habit. So it's just something I do and it's who I am. It's not something I will do when I feel like it. And so I get up and I go to the gym. It's just a routine. And the feelings come after, and they're great. And it's just a wonderful sense of accomplishment. And you did a hard thing. And if you do it first thing in the morning, it's amazing because it's like, that's how you start your day. You taught yourself that day that you could do hard things. And so rather than relying on those emotions to like, oh, do I feel like going to the gym this morning? This is not even a question you should be asking. It should be, I'm going to go to the gym and I'm going to enjoy the feelings afterwards. It's not, and obviously there's times to not do it, if you're sick or just really need to take a rest day. Of course, that's totally reasonable. And we need rest. We need mental rest and we need physical rest just as much as we need to be working out. And especially as we get older. I'm a sleep champion. I love sleep. I nap almost every day if I can because I just need it. And I probably get like just about 7 hours a night. So I like to take a nap and get maybe close to an hour. And I just typically don't have any problems going to sleep at all. Even if I nap at like 4 in the afternoon, I don't struggle to go to sleep because I'm tired. I put a lot of, work in that day. But the other thing I was thinking about too is how we talk to ourselves, and self-talk is, honestly, I think that we don't pay enough attention to it. And self-talk, I've heard that, it's kind of, this is a little complex and it's not my field. I'm not an expert, but that self-talk can stem quite a bit from how your parents talk to you as a child. And that can be rough for some of us. And so, really stopping and thinking like, what are your go-to phrases, for yourself, if you make a mistake, or if you didn't measure up to what you were, wanting to that day or that moment or that week or that year or whatever. Or what do you say when you look in the mirror? And is it just like, ugh? Or, honestly, I think half the time if I do something, it's like, oh, you dummy, and that's silly. That's really stupid to do because why would you do that to yourself? You wouldn't do that to anybody else, I hope. And so why would you do it to yourself? And so really practicing to rephrase and rethink, those, how should I speak to myself? And your body, your physiology changes when you hear affirming words. You could even say them out loud. I think it was Mel Robbins that was saying like, you start your day with high-fiving yourself in the mirror and saying something positive to yourself, which seems a little bit silly. It reminds me of the SNL skit, and I don't remember if it was Stuart Smalley. I can't remember, but just telling yourself good things. But there's science behind that, and I mean, minimally stop saying negative things to yourself and start saying positive things, because we forget sometimes to give ourselves credit for things, and I know I do. I forget to give myself credit for almost anything. And there's always that next level or that next thing that you think, well, I did this, sure, but I should do this. Or, I achieved this goal, or I reached this, whatever, whatever it is and however it applies to your life. Maybe it's a job, or you wanted to finish a book, or, whatever. But then, of course, you set that bar higher once you do that, and you forget the fact that you did the thing, for one, and also you don't even really enjoy the doing of it. You're just waiting for the finished product, and then you have another goal or another in line, and you just move that post further and further and further, and that's just, it's silly, but we all do it. I definitely know I can do it. I remember thinking one of my biggest, I have a number of different things, but not even physical fitness related, although that's definitely on the forefront now. But for example, no one in my biological family had earned their bachelor's degree ever. And so my brother ended up getting his degree, and I knew I wanted to be the first woman to earn mine and sort of change that trajectory for our family. And I did it. It took me a very long time. I was in the military to pay for it, and chipped away at it while I was raising kids. But I did it, and I was really proud in the moment. And then it's like, okay, well, but it was only from this school, and I should probably go get my master's, and I should probably go get my PhD, and then it will be an accomplishment. And it's just silly. Although my mind is still thinking those things. I think, well, everybody has their bachelor's, I guess. Let's move the needle. And I really wanted to write a book, and I did it. And then I wrote another one. And now I say, well, I self-published those, and I haven't really sold that many. And so I should probably have one published, because then it'll be actually writing a book, And so you're just constantly doing that to yourself. And those are just two examples, but we do that with our fitness goals too. And, we're constantly saying, well, what if this, and this? And, we forget to appreciate the effort that we have put in already. And the goals that we met already. Maybe you're someone that has done, some sort of race. I mean, it doesn't even have to be a race or something measurable, right? It's just that typically that's how we like to see where we are and where we fit. We always like to compare ourselves to other people. And maybe you're not happy with that, and you think, now I want to do this. But at one point you would have been thrilled that you had accomplished that thing. When I ran my first 5K, I thought, oof, that's the real deal. And, and then it was like, well, I need to do a 10K. Okay, I need to do a half marathon. I need to do a full marathon. And then I just did a bunch of marathons, and that was it. I didn't want to go to ultra. That was where I drew the line. I feel good right at the 26.2 miles, but anyway. So that's it for the week. Just some introspection, that's a word, and just thinking about being more positive and appreciative of what I have done, and really enjoying this process. So of course I will add in some check-in photos. Feeling pretty good except for weight loss, and actually I had a good session this morning. Sometimes you have really good ones, and sometimes you don't. And, you can try to do the science and the math and figure out why that worked. And, some days and you will never figure it out. Sometimes, I swear, you'll just never figure it out. I do all the things right the night before. and get my good sleep and I have a really good, healthy day of food and all the things. I've done my stretching and warming up and then it's a dud. Just feels like a dud gym day. And then some days it doesn't. And today just happened to be one of those days where I could push my arm workout, which is arms are hard for me. I struggle to increase weights with my arms. But I was able to this morning, and so that felt really good. Sometimes you just sit at weights and you can't budge. And it doesn't help that, a lot of the dumbbells are in 5-pound increments, because then it's like this huge leap from one to the next. And there are ways to get around that. There's little attachments and things you can do, but I haven't bothered to do that. But anyway, thanks for joining. I'm gonna be out of town again this week, and then I'll be back next week. Might be a little bit late, but 9 months in a couple of days of this, I'm seeing some pretty significant results. Looks like I'll be building at least until December, and then I'll assess from there with my coach. All right, bye.